What's up, everybody? Hope this video finds you well. Just checking in because it's been a while since I've talked to you guys, so hopefully you've survived the couple little snowstorms and the major snowstorm we just had if you're in the Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana area. I know Jake the Lawn Kid's been busy out there. If you're not familiar with Jake, go like his videos, subscribe to his channel, Jake the Lawn Kid. He's local around my area. So I've been super busy working, a lot of overtime, haven't had a chance to really check in with anybody. So I'm in the garage tonight, so welcome to the garage. It's about 20 degrees outside, but it's 70 in the garage. So I got the heater on, it's cranking away, doing its thing, and I'm comfortable. So I just wanted to check in and give you guys a little tip. I haven't done Tuesday tips in several weeks. I haven't done any uploads of any real videos that are worthwhile. I've done some shorts and things like that. So I think the last video I did was my Toro Snowmaster little vlog. I did use the Snowmaster again. We got almost a foot of snow at my house, if not exactly right around a foot, and it worked flawlessly. I did my house, my neighbors' houses. I even did about 4 or 5 passes along the curb where they didn't get close enough, and so I always opened up that section. I always open up that section with the snowblower, because if you clear to your curb from your property line to property line, when they come down with the plow, there's less snow for them to catch and inadvertently put in your driveway. So plus it's just a clean look, and it's a way to dominate the neighborhood in the wintertime. Let's talk about that real quick. Tips for dominating the neighborhood in the wintertime. So when you do your snow removal, it is good to shovel your sidewalks and driveway, or snowblow your shovel and driveway, whichever method you deploy, edge to edge. Because if you don't get edge to edge each time, you'll lose the driveway, so to speak. So you can bet on the fact that you will have a little bit of snow that's going to freeze solid, and then it's going to snow again, and you're going to stop at the same spot. Maybe you're going to blow the snow to that spot or shovel the snow to that spot. If you're blowing the snow, it's not as difficult because you can blow it further away. If you're shoveling, you're going to kind of throw it in the same spot because you may not have the strength to launch it that far. So if you don't get edge to edge, each snowstorm, it's going to pile up, and next thing you know, you're going to lose half your driveway. It will happen. You watch. So do your sidewalks edge to edge. Do your driveway edge to edge, and then I go out because I'm really anal and I do my driveway to the curb. I also have a catch basin in front of the house. Some of you may call it a sewer. I work in that industry, so I call it a catch basin. And that's important to have that open when it starts to melt so that they can do their job and get the water off the street. That's what sewers, catch basins are there for. So that is one way to set yourself apart from some of your neighbors, possibly. All my neighbors shovel edge to edge. Everything looks great, and I'm not going to judge them for it. But and then another tip is when you go to fuels, this might cause some discontent among some of the older fuddy-duddies, we'll call them. We're going to talk about engineered fuels, they're called. Essentially, this is an example of it. VP Fuel, it's not sponsored by me, or they don't sponsor me, I should say. I'm just a huge fan of theirs, so VP, if you're looking for somebody to sponsor, hit me up. I've been using VP Fuels since before it was cool. Back when I worked part-time at a hardware store, I worked at Ace Hardware part-time for about 5 years. We carried this product religiously, as well as True Fuel, which is another engineered fuel. True Fuel, hit me up. Not sponsored, but it could be. And what an engineered fuel is it's essentially a fuel that has no ethanol in it, and it will therefore remain fresher longer. So, a lot of the older guys, this is $20 for a gallon, which may sound outrageous to you. But if you think about it, a carburetor is $100 to have it done by a repair facility or a dealer. So $20 a gallon versus $90. I mean, you may go through, if you have the craziest winter on earth, you may go through 2 of these in the winter. You're looking at $40, $41. So Toro recommends the use of VP or True Fuel or any of the other, no specific brands. They recommend a canned fuel, they call it, for use in their snowblowers because they will not cover fuel-related issues in their warranty anymore. If they take a machine apart and the carburetor is gummed up, it's not covered anymore. Excuse me. So what ethanol does is it sort of gums up, gels up into like a snot, and in your carburetor is a little jet, and that jet gets clogged up, and that's it. It either won't start or it won't run, and it will surge where it's going to go like that, and it may only run on choke. So here's where the angry, torch-yielding folks are going to come in. They're going to say, my dad's been using gas station, gas pump fuel in his lawnmowers and his snowblowers forever, and he ain't never had a problem. I'm going to call BS on that. Because, again, when I worked at the hardware store, I got those calls. I just bought a brand new snow thrower from you guys last year, and it don't want to run. Well, is it the same gas that was in it last year when you bought it? Well, yeah. Well, the gas is rotten, okay? And if it wasn't canned fuel, that's not going to be covered under warranty. And I'm willing to bet that 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up with an issue that was fuel-related. And this goes for 4-cycle and 2-cycle, which 4-cycle, for those of you who don't know, 4-cycle means you don't mix your gas and oil. Your oil is separate from your gas. So any newer lawnmower, any newer snowblower is going to be 4-cycle. Your chainsaws, your weed whips, your blowers, they're going to be either a 40-1 or 50-1 ratio of mix, which is 2-cycle. I run ethanol-free fuel in everything that I own. And when the ethanol gums up, it's no good. And your gas station gases that your dad's been filling his can up with for 20 years is like 18, I don't quote me on it, but it's like 18 to 20% ethanol, I think, which your fuel-injected vehicle can handle it. I don't know the specifics of why ethanol is in gas now, but I know that it does not affect your car the way it affects a small engine that's carbureted. So this fuel right here, unopened, shelf life of 5 years. Opened up, i.e. in the machine. Oh, that smells so good. This is empty, by the way. In the machine will last you 2 years. I do not run out the fuel out of my snowblower, and I do not run the fuel out of my snow thrower, or lawnmower and snow thrower. I'm out of practice because I made a video, and I'm not going to edit that out, so sue me. So if you don't run this, you need to run a stabilizer, like a Stabil or whatever your favorite brand is. So in my lawnmower, because it's a newer mower, and because I know that issues won't be covered under warranty, and it's proven itself over and over again, I run the ethanol-free fuel in my lawnmower and in my snowblower. And think about it. And a lawnmower is not as critical, but I'm really anal about my equipment, so I'm going to tell you it is critical. But you could get by with running gas station gas, because you know you're going to mow once, probably twice a week, and maybe even 3 times if it's the rainy season and you throw her down. You're going to be out there mowing quite a bit. So if you are going to run pump gas, we'll call it, in your mower, you still should run a stabilizer because you know you're going to mow once a week, and you're probably going to not leave it in the machine for more than a couple weeks. You'll always be putting fresh fuel in. Now your snowblower, let's just say you bought a snowblower this year, or we'll call it 2021. You bought it in November of 2021. You were like, you know what? I'm going to be on top of it. I'm going to buy a snowblower this year. I'm going to fight the war against Mother Nature, and I'm going to win. You buy it. You get it delivered. You fuel it up with pump gas, and it doesn't snow until January, which in my area, we didn't get a real snow till after January. So you have November. If you bought it at the beginning of November, you have all of November, December, and then the beginning of January. That's 30, 40 days, whatever. After 30 days, pump gas is no good anymore. So that gas from the gas station, after 30 days, it can start breaking down. And when I say it, I mean the ethanol in the fuel will start to separate and break down. So it's not always 30 days, but in little as 30 days, it can start to break down. So, you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to strongly encourage you to buy engineered fuel like a VP or a True Fuel. Their premix is great because it takes all the guesswork out of it. You just go. And my snowblower loves it. And it's a 94 octane. So even if you put premium in there, that's like a 92, 93. So this is a little bit higher octane rating. The one thing I've noticed, VP versus True Fuel, is the gallon is a true gallon. And I mean, it says right on here, passes the warranty requirements of all four-cycle engine manufacturers, including Briggs & Stratton, Kawasaki, Kohler, Honda, and many more. So basically, you know, it's exactly what gas used to be that you got from the gas station. And right here, it says right on there, protects fuel systems and saves carburetors, enables worry-free long-term storage, burns cleaner and extends engine life, prevents problems that stabilizers can't fix, avoids costly rebuilds and downtime. Again, 20 bucks a gallon, about 10 bucks for a quart, versus your carburetor repairs. You know, they're going to have to take it apart, they're going to have to drain the bowl, they're going to have to clean it and ungum up the jet, put it back together. Even if you don't need a new carburetor, you're going to get charged at least an hour labor. It's probably 80 bucks an hour to even look at your machine at a dealer. So, or even a repair shop for that matter. And it doesn't draw in moisture and oxidize or form gummy deposits in the carburetor. So everything I've been talking about right here. If you have a generator, run it in your generator. I can't tell you how many people I know have a generator that sits for 3 years and never run it because they don't lose power. Then they lose power. They're like, oh, I got a generator. And they sit there and pull it and pull it and pull it, and nothing happens because the gas just smells like nasty old turpentine or something really nasty. So do yourself a favor and invest in, you've already invested in your equipment. You do your oil changes like you're supposed to. You sharpen your blades. You lubricate all your components. You go out there and you fire up your snowblower. You're ready to rock and roll. Invest a little further and go to an engineered fuel. So a lot of the fire departments are running them now because think about it. Their rescue chainsaws or their rescue saws, their chainsaws may sit in the rig for 2 months before they're needed, and they go to start it at a house fire to vent the roof and they can't start it. So you're going to see a lot of fire departments running this stuff, a lot of parks departments, municipalities, highway departments. A lot of them are running this stuff. It's becoming more well known, and I'm here just to tell you more about it. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. I'm sorry if I've blabbed on and on. I'm sorry if the furnace is annoying, but it's cold. So also pay no mind to my Carhartts hanging in the back. We went sledding today. So I just wanted to take this time to check in with everybody. I'm going to try and do some more content from the garage. Maybe crack open a beer, talk with you guys for a while. Maybe we'll do a live now and again and answer some questions. Maybe I'll go over some of the must-haves, you know, for an emergency, my stuff won't start kit, like your carburetor cleaner and your starting fluid and, you know, spark plugs and that kind of stuff. I still would need to change oil on my snowblower. It's been sitting here on the workbench ready to go in the unit. I just haven't had time. The dipstick, you pull it, it's still clean, but I'm regimented with once a season changings on everything. So I want to do a snow thrower, oil change video, and I want to just do some other content. So let me know in the comments section if there's some workshop content you want me to talk about, if there's any questions you have, if you want to, you know, argue with me about fuel, go ahead. I probably won't argue with you because my mind is made up because I'm sold on it. My stuff starts first time, every time, first pull, every time. And we'll even demo it with my mower. I'm not going to guarantee first pull in the mower because I always start it early in the spring and she's grumpy when it's cold out. But you'll see how great this stuff is. I had it in a snowblower that sat for 2 years in my storage unit when I was waiting to move into the house. Fired right up. So leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified every time I post something. Follow me on Instagram at turf_N_Q. Comment on the video, and stay tuned for more cool content. Relax, stay warm, and I'm going to shut up now. Do something in the lawn, even if it's wrong, and we'll see you.